Hello, I'm Majana and I'm a graduate of the Women's Embodiment Psychotherapy and Coaching certification studies with DEVASHI Shakti, and I'm here to briefly share, which will be difficult, what this studies, this training has given me and why I deeply recommend working with DEVASHI Shakti. I feel like the most profound thing that happened for me throughout the training was to shed the layers of trauma that I actually didn't realize I had coming into the training, to understand and dismantle this trauma personality and move from the somatic stress that I held in my body into somatic radiance, and also to connect with who I am at a soul level in my essence and become the expression of that. This training has given me the ability to track my nervous system, so I know when I'm becoming activated, dysregulated, and that is an amazing tool to be a conscious creatress of my life story, because being attuned with myself, with my body, with my nervous system, I can take responsibility and can consciously respond to life rather than unconsciously react. And that is an entry point to create the life I want to live. And also the activations become entry points for me to get to know myself better. So there's self-leadership that I also got to learn about and embody throughout this training, is to not project onto others, which is easy, to blame others for whatever is arising in myself. And it's still, and it can still happen, but then having even that ability to catch myself in doing so and have compassion for myself and embrace myself in that moment with love, and then move into, I guess one can call shadow work, so investigating, sitting with or allowing the aspects of myself to feel safe to emerge and tell me why a certain activation happened within me. And that is something really profound that I got to learn and embody throughout this training. As I know, this is how I actually grow in my range, in my dimensionalities, when I get to know this suppressed, unconscious part of me, and I get to know it, and then it becomes a coherent part of who I am, and I'm no longer sabotaged by it, but we work together and become more whole. And following on from that, understanding and embodying the teachings of the nervous system gives an enormous power to be with the dynamic tension that we experience in life, that I experience in life, and not be taken out by either extreme sadness or joy, but feel it all, and also be able to simultaneously experience life in the various shades and flavors that it is, and that I get to experience it. And I think the phrase that I've said to my teacher probably the most was how in awe I am of my ability to be with the pain, or be with the sadness, be with the grief, and also feel and see the beauty that is around me, which just like blows me away even now when I speak about it and can feel the potency of it. Yes, this training teaches how not to suppress one aspect of us to be with the other, but actually hold them all together, which is the wholeness. Devashi speaks to the female wholeness, and also that what she teaches. Yeah. And one last thing I wanted to add is about the online version. The studies I did took 2 years, and I was actually very grateful as a mother of 2 children, young children, that the training was provided online. I wouldn't have been able to participate in it if it was in person, and it was just perfect. The way, not only what Devashi teaches, but also the way she teaches is the evolutionary way that made me to rise into my embodiment. So there is enough spaciousness between the classes to actually, for the body, for the nervous system to digest, and then to work through the action steps to embody their teachings, because that's when the real transformation happens, and that's the inner integration that's also being tested in a real life. Of course, it's nice and easy to go away and to be in a container when everyone is doing, it's the same thing, and it is very beautiful and helpful and has its own advantages as well. But doing it, online the way we did it, there were things that maybe were challenging because of the, not being able to be, in person and have those just little interaction in between. But actually that made us to create those connections in a different way between the women who studied together, but also that called into a real embodiment of the teachings. And as we were going through the trainings, we kept embodying the teachings. So as we come out of it, whatever each of us will share with the world, the services she will share and the way it will be shared, just comes as a natural overflow of my own, her own embodiment, and really the coherence, the coherent energy, the coherent field that Devashi holds. You can sense that online, and we are actually experiencing that, and then also able to embody it and then share with our clients through the online work that this training also prepares us for. So I hope that has been helpful. Thank you so much. Lots of love.